After the sacrificial death of Jesus on the cross, two secret believers courageously stepped forward to care for his body. John 19:38-39 says, "Afterward, Joseph of Arimathea, who had been a secret disciple of Jesus because he feared the Jewish leaders, asked Pilate for permission to take down Jesus' body. When Pilate gave permission, Joseph came and took the body away. With him came Nicodemus, the man who had come to Jesus at night. He brought about 75 pounds of perfumed ointment made from myrrh and aloes. Do not ever look down on those called secret believers." In some lands that have outlawed the preaching of the gospel of Christ, many have heard and seen the salvation message on mobile technology and believe Jesus is the only way of salvation. It is not known who all are Christ followers because they fear for their lives if they publicly declare their faith. Pray for persecuted believers and thank the Lord for people like Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, who boldly stepped forward when the known followers were hiding. To the surprise of many of his followers, Jesus rose from the dead on the third day. John 21:2 says, "Early on Sunday morning, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and found that the stone had been rolled away from the entrance. She ran and found Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one whom Jesus loved. She said, 'They have taken the Lord's body out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him.'" Some of those who say the Bible is not God's inspired word claim the story of the resurrection was made up after his death. In that culture, however, anyone making up such a story would not have a woman being the key one to tell others. Writing in the middle of the 1st century about the appearances of the Lord Jesus after his resurrection, the Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15:5-6, "He was seen by Peter and then by the 12. After that, he was seen by more than 500 of his followers at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have died." Paul was telling his readers of that time, "If you don't believe me, go ask them." His words could easily be confirmed by living eyewitnesses at that time. The Apostle John concluded his gospel with the words in John 21:24-25. This disciple is the one who testifies to these events and has recorded them here, and we know that his account of these things is accurate. Jesus also did many other things. If they were all written down, I suppose the whole world could not contain the books that would be written. It is assumed that John is referring to himself as the writer God used to pen this gospel. You are encouraged to read and reread this gospel as you desire to know more about the actions and character of the Lord Jesus Christ.